Am I the asshole for not giving my adopted daughter a stuffed animal for her high school graduation when both of my biological children got one? Like, I know the answer is right here. Don't tell me, but like, yeah, it sounds like he is. I, 49 female, have three children. 22 female, 19 male, and 18 female. My oldest are biological children from a previous marriage. My youngest, I became a mother to at the age of 2 when I married her widowed father. Good. So he's widowed. She was 2. Honestly, she acted as her mom for her whole life. That's my POV on that. Okay, like, it does not matter who dropped his genetical material into a kid. It's the one that will take care of that kid and provide them the value that they will have. That is the parent. Start with that. She has only ever called me mom, and I officially adopted her at the age of 12. Okay, good. So she's our mother. There's no question asked for me there. Onto the issue with the stuffed animal. Years and years ago, when I was 20 in college, I worked as at a children's museum. I adored the job and working with kids, and I had all the idea to buy stuffed animals from the gift shop to be my future kids' first stuffed animal whenever they were born. I had gotten a stuffed bear at birth. That was very special to me growing up. And on my 18th birthday, my parents gifted me a duplicate they had bought way back when and kept for me all these years. I found this so special and wanted to do something similar. I bought 6 stuffed animals from the museum gift shop, 3 to be given at birth, 3 duplicate. And I had no idea at the time how many kids I would have, but I knew I wasn't planning on having more than 3. So I didn't get any more. Wonderful. So like, she got 1. The answer is no. My first daughter received the stuffed animal I selected for her while pregnant. Then between her birth and the birth of my son, I miscarried. The experience was so deeply traumatic for me, especially as I miscarried in my 2nd trimester. Okay, so like here's the thing though. First trimester, it's kind of easier to go through because you're like, yeah, it was still like a seedling. You don't grow attached and you're like, we can start again. But starting 2nd semester, I'll be honest, man. Okay, we lost our first one at the start of the 2nd semester, and at that moment, in like very start of it, so like close to the first, and there's already, hi John, there's already like places in your house that is dedicated for that kid to come, you know? You are readying the place for, and when that kid does not come, this still feels a little empty because the whole place is there and ready to receive someone. So my son, okay, so I kept the duplicate for comfort and cuddle and hold. Finally, my son was born and received the last of the stuffed animals, and I had set aside so many years ago. Now, here's where I may be the asshole. For both my daughter and son's high school graduation, I surprised them with a duplicate for them to take to college with them and compare it against the stuffies they've been loving their whole life. Both were very moved by this and took both original and duplicate to school with them. My youngest, however, never received the stuffed animal. And so when our graduation celebration rolled along, I had no duplicate to gift her. I watched her unpack all her gift and her face fell when she got to the last one and realized she didn't really say anything. Just got super sad look on her face and excused herself. Sorry I talked about miscarriage earlier. I'm emotional, but I have no reason to be. I guess I followed to ask what was wrong, but she said she didn't want to talk to me, so her father went in instead. According to him, she cried to him that she didn't felt as loved by me as her sibling and as much part of the family. The unwrapping of her sibling stuffed animal were a very emotional event, and she had the expectation she would be getting the same. And inside, I could have easily done something similar for her whenever I first came into her life, even if it wouldn't have been from the museum, but I just didn't think of it. She has been cold to me this entire last week, and I feel so terrible. Even I've offered to take her out to a special dinner, the two of us, to make amends, but she turned me down. Here's the thing. The oats are in, and I'm definitely the asshole. Many of you are suggesting that I get her a stuffy that reminds me of her, and maybe... Okay. That's complicated. Because, like... She didn't do that on purpose at all. When the kid was 2 years old and she adopted her, like when she came into her life, she didn't plan ahead for that moment of her graduation. So that idea of gifting her another plushie that is exactly like the one, this whole idea was not yet clear, if it makes sense. Like, I can understand she didn't avoid giving her a plushie when she was a kid willingly. Like, that's just a true mistake. And maybe one of the options would have been to be like, she's 18 or she's 17. Here's the plushie that she really, really loves. We're gonna try to find a similar plushie to have like that other filled with emotion moment that the brother and sister had. And she was 2 years old when she becomes her mother. She became her mother, like not legally but technically. So like, I can't do that, new. Like, for her, she has been our daughter all her life. There's no question for her. She only knew one mom. So I guess how she could have been affected by that, like very violently. But I think what I will do is gift her the duplicate my parent gifted me of my special plush bear she received that birth, which is one of her most, like, that won't be long, okay? Give me a second.
No, you. I have emotion for absolutely no reason. It have nothing to do with the story, okay? Oh my god. So, welcome in, Bat. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Don't sleep a lot lately, okay? The baby wakes up early sometime. But even though
you can understand why she feels hurt, it's kind of easy to put yourself in her place at some point. The mom isn't the asshole. Like, it's the problem. Like, I don't agree with the fact that she's the asshole, but like clearly she could have done a little bit better. And for that point, it's in that moment where people are like, you're a little bit more the asshole. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Like, they say that because she didn't think about it. Honestly, it's so innocent, sorry. The problem, like, for me to be an asshole, you need to be hurtful in a willingful way. You need to have a malicious intent. And I don't feel like there's any malicious intent here. It's just honest, like it's negligence at the limit, but not that. Let's catch up on the chat, my wonderful. So, uh, so I will not say she's the asshole. You know that, new. I'm more obvious than that. She could not do it at birth. Like, there's that point, but like, she could have caught up somewhere in between that. And at 2 years old, if you receive something special from someone you're already calling mom, like, if it's the first, try to think about it. If it's the first gift you receive from someone that you might consider to be your mom, that you're already calling mom, it's gonna be a special gift, even at 2 years old. At 2 years old, not because she's not like very, very young. And of course you can because yeah, I didn't call it. You can't relate. It is okay. It is getting to you. Okay. Yes, it does. New. What? Here's the deal. Ready? You will explain. Okay. I get that part, new, but like, it's kind of hurtful to some point that she also had another duplicate of like these things that she could have worked on in the middle of that, and like, ouch. You can't predict the future. I totally agree with you there. Like, honestly, nobody here is calling her the asshole. You get why she is hurt. Firstly, she is adopted, and this already caused issue. Yeah, there's that fact that like, when you have adopted kid with unadopted kids, there's always that risk that one of them will be like, might not be loved as much, even though there's like, the love connection is there. Why would you break? Would you break? No. But yeah, it's clear that she loves her. Like just the fact that she took the time to write all of this, to have some recommendation and all of that, is kind of a proof of love. Okay, sorry for that sniffing. Dream the hydrant. I'll give you 2. A bonus 1 for head done. Now we stop. Here. All right, I was catching up. Listen, Gellibs. No, I know no freaking parent is perfect. I understand that. Like, I would probably try to make amends for that kind of thing as well, because it's not something that she wanted to do. She's not the asshole. I'm kind of confused why she considered herself the asshole there, but I do understand that some people might have like bunks her head. Like, in comparison to a lot of the story we get on this Reddit, in this one, there's a part where there's negligence and that can be worked up. There is no abuse, there's no malicious intent. I don't believe she's the asshole, but like, I don't believe she's perfect as well in that situation, you know? AITA does not hate everyone. They hate people that are pointed at being like, I hate her. So that's the update on that story, because yes, there was an update. That's why I wanted to end with this one, and now like we totally dragged this on way too long because I was emotional. Okay, oh my god, that's the long story short. Long story short, my daughter found my Reddit post and came to me in tears, apologizing for her reaction. This was not my expectation, and I assured her she had nothing to apologize for. I had been in the wrong. We had a long discussion about the situation, our feeling, and how to move forward from this. And although I know she is still hurt, we are on our way to making amends. That's fine. Less short. So, what even happened? As I've now discovered, my daughter loves browsing Amaliazo. She stumbled upon my post, and after reading it, in its entirety, as well as a good chunk of comment, all of mine, and many left by Redditors, she came to me in tears, apologizing for her reaction. She sobbed in my arms, and she didn't want this to be the end of our relationship. Obviously, like, even if she was hurt, even if she didn't read the thing, I don't think the relationship was burned there. I think it was like a good talk to have. Make sure I hydrated. I hydrated! I did hydrated. I apologize myself. I did shed a little tear, but tried to keep my emotion in check, as I did not want to be the burden of comforting me to be on her. Oh, that's nice. Honestly, that's a nice thing to do. As a parent, when you feel like shit, you're not supposed to be comforted by your kids, okay? It's very bad habit to go and share the bad emotion and just like load it out on your kid. Oh, I would probably cry in that situation, but not to be taken into, like, not to throw the burden. But like that's fair. What's followed was a productive but incredibly emotionally vulnerable conversation, the detail of which I will not disclose entirely. That makes so much sense. She has been going through a rough time, and my impression, I could be wrong, is that the lack of a stuffy at graduation was a catalyst for a bigger emotion. She did take me up on my offer to take her on dinner, and I've now booked a reservation at a nice restaurant she has been wanting to go for a while. And last night we cooked our favorite dinner together, which gave us an opportunity to smooth things over somewhat. We have not yet broached the subject of me intending to gift her my own plush, except for very briefly. She insisted that I didn't have to and seemed to feel a lot of guilt, but I still plan to. I just feel like it would be best to wait until things have cooled down, and if she truly doesn't feel comfortable taking it, I plan on getting a bear of a similar look to be its little brother for her to take care of. That's the update. Obviously, yeah, no, okay. You do not fix that in one shot, but that's going the right way. Like, this is fair enough. Like, after that, you cannot read the other one and be like, she's the asshole. Clearly, the intent was not to hurt. There! I cried on stream. Screw you, guys. Here! Sorry. Let's catch up. We claimed too much hydrate today. You can claim them like once every 5 minutes. Think I calm that, but we have also grandma self-care that includes a hydrate, which makes it twice every 5 minutes. So, you know, dude, I think the reason you feel this is more because you are a parent. I don't know. Might it be? Yeah, okay. There's a lot of things that I want to make sure I do as good as I can as a parent. And to my POV, this is in the little attention that you show love to someone. It's not in like, that's a plushie. This is worth like a maximum of, let's say a fancy one, $20, okay? I not the very fancy one that rich people buy, but like a fancy plushie that you can get in a museum, let's say $20. It's not the biggest of gift, but it's what it means that has more weight. There's a lot of things that as a parent you want to do good, okay? Like, I want to build habits with each one of my kids. I don't know what they will be. I want them to have their own passion and have their own thing that they appreciate, you know? So, like, I'm waiting for them to be able to interact effectively with them. Hey, thanks for the hydrate and the self-care. Here. So, like, if one of my kids really loves cinema and that I don't care much, okay, I will not tell them. I'm gonna set like a date during the week, and I'll be like, okay, this is gonna be like our father-daughter time. Or if my kids really love to play tabletops, I will have one moment during the week, probably like, I don't know, Sunday morning, something like this, okay? I'll be like, we're gonna have a moment where we're gonna share that quality time together, just so that I can share something good with them and they can share it with me. It's something that I aspire to. I hope like it does not seem too cheesy to say it like this, but it's important to me to let them decide what we're doing to some point, so that they can have a say in what is their passion, what is their activity that they appreciate. And like this kind of little show of love, this little proof of love that she was doing for their kids, is the kind of little thing that you expect to do, you know? But it's okay, let's catch up. Ease because hey, no, okay. Maybe that makes me see things from a different perspective. Honestly, you cannot be perfect as a parent, okay? Will never be perfect as a parent.